Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I'm Rabbi Stan Levin.
Shabbat Shalom.
And who are you, young lady?
I'm Joan Wolf, your cantorial soloist, and this is my daughter,
Leah. Hi.
So glad you're with us this evening, this Shabbat. We're
I
so excited.
I love working with the two of you.
It's mutual. How about if we start the Shabbat by welcoming Shabbat with Shalom Aleichem on page 84. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedechem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
As we welcome the ministry angels, we welcome all who are watching this service. And this is going to be special. We really want to celebrate Jewish culture through music. So there's going to be a lot of music tonight. And starting with that beautiful harmony on Shalom Aleichem is a great way to start. We'll continue on page 38, and Joan and I will read responsively. Page 38. Source of mercy, continue your loving care for us and our loved ones. Give us strength to walk in your presence on the paths of the righteous, loyal to your Torah, steadfast in goodness.
Keep us far from all shame, grief, and anguish. Fill our homes with peace, light, and joy. O God, fountain of life, by your light shall we see light.
And Sandy Walk will do our candle lighting.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvah v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
May we be blessed with Shabbat joy.
Amen.
May we be blessed with Shabbat peace.
Amen.
May we be blessed with Shabbat light.
Amen.
We will continue on page 39 with Psalm 95. And as Joan and Leah will do it responsibly, feel free to join them. Listen to all the words that refer to music in this psalm. Okay, take it away.
Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena Adonai. Come, let us sing to the Eternal One.
Let our song ring out to our sheltering rock.
Let us come before God with thanksgiving.
Our voices loud with song.
For great are you, Eternal One, high above the gods that are worshipped. In your hands are the depths of the earth.
Yours are the mountain peaks.
You made the sea, it is yours.
The dry land is the work of your hands.
You are our God and our shepherd.
We are your people and your flock.
If only today we would listen to your voice as we sing Lecha Dodi on page 46. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, pene pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, pene pene Shabbat nekabala la 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 lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene pene Shabbat nekabala, lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene pene Shabbat nekabala. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmianu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad, Ushemo echad, L'shem tiferet li la 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 chadodi, likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabala, lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabala, likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, כי הימור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מחסה במחשכה, ולה לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני Shabbat נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני Shabbat נקבלה. התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני נגידי לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני Shabbat נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני Shabbat נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת פלה, גם שמחה ובצולה, תוך אמונה עם סגולה, בואי חלה, לה 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 לה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני Shabbat נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני Shabbat נקבלה, לה 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 לה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני Shabbat נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני Shabbat נקבלה.
That was beautiful. Thank you. We'll continue our service on page 48 with Psalm 93, and Joan and I will read it responsively, and please join us. Page 48. The Eternal One is throned, robed in grandeur.
The Eternal One is robed, girded with strength.
The one who founded the solid earth to be unmoving.
Ageless is your throne, endless your being.
The oceans cry out, eternal God. The oceans cry out their thunder. The oceans rage in their fury.
But greater than the thunder of the torrents, mightier than the breakers of the sea, is the majesty of God on high.
Your law stands firm, and in your temple, O eternal God, holiness abides till the end of time. And we will conclude our Kabbalat Shabbat section of our service with our separator prayer, the Chatzi Kaddish, which means half Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
V'yavad yivrach hirutei, v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, bagala, uv'izman kaharil, v'yemeru, amen. And together?
Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach, le'olam u'me'amaya, yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach, yitbar v'yitrama v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal, shmei dekudisha,
Richu.
lehila b'ko b'chata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damihiran b'ama v'yemeru.
Amen.
We will continue on page 50 with the Baruch Hu.
Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. La 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 la.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach.
Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed.
Lai 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 lai.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, whose word brings on the evening. With wisdom, you open heaven's gates, and with understanding, you make the ages pass and the seasons alternate. Your will controls the stars as they travel through the skies.
You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light. You cause day to pass and bring on the night, separating day from night. You command the hosts of heaven. May the living and eternal God rule us always to the end of time. We praise you, O God, whose word makes evening fall.
We will continue with Ahavat Olam on page 51.
Ahavat Olam Israel Amcha Ahavta Ahavat Olam Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu l'madata Ahavat Olam Al Kein Adonai Eloheinu B'shochbeinu Uvkumeinu Nasiach Bechukecha V'nismach B'divrei Toratecha U'mitzvotecha Le'olam Va'ed. Never-ending love for all Israel. Your kindness never fails, descending from above. Teach me in your ways. I'll reflect on what's revealed of a world that was concealed. Enlighten all my days. Every day and night, each day of my life, for long as I shall live. Your words will not depart ever from my heart, the teaching that you give. Ki hem chayenu vayorech yameinu uvahem negei yomam v'layla v'ahavta al tisahir mimenu leolamim baruch ata Adonai ohev amo Yisrael.
We will continue with our prayer of the oneness of God, the Shema on page 51.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
If you have been standing, please be seated. Again, we're home, we're dealing with a pandemic, so we can be a little more casual. And among the reasons why Joan, Leah, and I are not standing is we have to stay within camera range and microphone range. But as the rabbis tell us, if you can't stand physically, you can stand in your heart. We'll continue with the Ve'ahavta on page 52. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברתם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, הייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 53. We will read it responsively. Please join us.
All this we hold to be true and sure. You alone are God, there is none else, and we are Israel, your people.
You are our sovereign. You deliver us from the hands of oppressors and save us from the fists of tyrants.
You do wonders without numbers, marvels that pass our understanding.
You give us life. By your help, we survive all who seek our destruction.
You did wonders for us in the land of Egypt, miracles and marvels in the land of Pharaoh.
You led your people Israel out forever to serve you in freedom.
When your children witnessed your power, they extolled you and gave you thanks. Willingly they enthroned you, and full of joy, Moses, Miriam, and all Israel sang this song. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, ose fele, malechutecha ra'u banecha, בוקעיים לפני משה, זה אלי. אנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
ונאמר כפי אדוני את יעקב, ולא מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גואל Yisrael. We'll continue with the Hashkivenu on English, our evening prayer, read by Jay Myers.
Grant that we may lie down in peace, eternal God, and raise us up, O sovereign, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel and your namesake. Be our help. Shield us from hatred and plague. Keep us from war and famine and anguish. Subdue our inclination to evil, O God, our guardian and helper, our gracious and merciful sovereign. Give us refuge in the shadow of your wings. O guard our coming and our going, that now and always we have life and peace. We praise you, O God, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Thank you, Jay. We'll continue with the Covenant of Shabbat, Vishomru on page 55.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד היא לעולם, עוד היא לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
וביום השביעי, שבת ונפש, שבת וינפש.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
In keeping with our theme as tefillah as music, and music as tefillah, instead of doing the Amidah, I want us to celebrate Jewish music, whether it's Yiddish, Hebrew, folk songs. We've certainly had liturgical. My sermon is going to be about the fact that the children of Israel forgot their past. They forgot what God did for them, which is why they built the golden calf. Instead, we are going to reclaim our culture and our heritage, and our prayer is going to be in music. Joan and Leah, take it away.
This song, Yerushalayim Shel Zahav, was written by Nomi Shemer, and it almost became Israel's second national anthem. She wrote it during the Six-Day War in 1967. Avir harim tzal al yayin ve'yechoran nisa beruach ha'arbayim im kol ha'am uvtartem matkilan va'eved shvuya b'chorma ha'ir asher b'tadish ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור עלו לכל שיריים אני ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור עלו לכל שיריים The mountain air is clear as wine, the scent of pine on the twilight with the sound of breeze is carried through the tree. We are the children of the poet, your name we all declare. If I Jerusalem of golden dawns, thousands of suns shine and belong. Behold, I am a violin for all your songs. Jerusalem of golden dawns, thousands of suns shine and belong. Behold, I am a violin. Avir harim tzal hayayim bereach oran nisa beruach ha'arbayim im kol ha'am uvtartem matkilan va'ev shvuya b'chaloma ha'ir asher tadish ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור עלו לכל שיריים אני אמור ירושלים של זהב אשר נחושת, אשר אור, הלכות, תיראי, אני. Tum Balalaika, which means play balalaika, is a Russian Jewish folk song that was written for about string instruments, mandolin, guitar, and it's the song of a gentleman who is presenting riddles to his lady to see if she is smart enough to figure out the riddles. Steht der Bocher, steht und tracht, tracht und tracht, a ganze Nacht. Wemmen zu nehmen und nicht verschämen, wemmen zu nehmen und nicht verschämen. Tumbala, 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 laika, tumbala, 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 laika, tumbala, laika, spiel balalaika, tumbala, laika, fröhlich soll sein. Mädel, Mädel, Chevre der Fragen, was kann wachsen, wachsen und regen, was enden, brennen und nicht dort fern, was kann denken, nehmen und prellen. Tumbala, 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 laika, tumbala, 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 laika, tumbala, laika, spiel balalaika, tumbala, laika, fröhlich soll sein. Narischer Bocker, was darf zu fragen, was denn kann wachsen, wachsen und regen. Liebe kann brennen, nicht aufhören, Achat kann denken, weinen und treuern. Tumbala, 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 laika, tumbala, 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 laika, tumbala, laika, spiel balalaika, tumbala, laika, fröhlich soll sein. Erev Shel Shoshanim is a beautiful love song, very often sung at weddings. The Evening of Flowers is the translation, and Shoshana can either mean rose or lily. Erev Shel Shoshanim nitzena el habustan or besamim ולבונה לרגלך מבטן. ערב של שושנים נצאנה אל הבוסתן, מור בשמים ולבונה לרגלך מבטן. לילה יורד לאט ורוח שושן נושבה, הווה אלחש לך שיר בלט, זמר של אהבה. שחר ומעיונה, ראשך מעלה כללים, פיך אל הבוקר שושנה, את כתפנו לי.
We'll take a moment for you to have the prayer of your heart in silent devotion, whatever melody your heart and mind bring to you. We'll just do it for less than half a minute. And now, prayer of peace.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
And now we'll have a taste of Torah. This week's Torah portion is called Ki Tisa, literally when you lift, and the idea when you lift the head, an idiomatic expression for taking a census, specifically the census of the army. It's Exodus chapter 30, verse 11 through 34-35. This Torah portion has more plot elements than we come to expect at this point in Torah. The children of Israel have escaped Egypt. They've crossed the Sea of Reeds and are heading towards the Promised Land. They have the Torah, the judgments that are derived from them, instructions on building the portable sanctuary in the wilderness, and even what the priests will wear. This portion, we have the instructions for taking a census of all men aged 20 and above, each of whom will pay half a shekel, rich and poor alike. We have Moses coming down from Mount Sinai to find that there are pagan revels going on at the Golden Calf. He has the Levites kill 3,000 of the revelers. He ascends Mount Sinai for another set of commandments, carved in stone. He descends with beams of light radiating from his skin. Any one of these plot elements is amazing in its own right, but I want to focus on the Golden Calf because in many ways there is an underlying message that I find all too modern. It's not so much that people worship false gods, which we do. It's that the community makes a decision based on insufficient information and then acts on it. Allow me to read a few verses from this Torah portion that support that. And the people saw that Moses delayed from coming down from the mountain. And the people gathered and congregated against Aaron, and they said to him, Kum, Aselanu Elohim asher yelchu lifanenu, ki zeh Moshe ha'ish asher ha'aleinu me'eretz Mitzrayim, lo yadanu mehayalo. And they said to him, rise up, make for us gods who will go before us, because this man Moses, who brought us up from the land of Egypt, we don't know what happened to him. Vayomer alehem Aharon, and Aaron said to them, Parkuni zmei hazahav asher ba'aznei noshechem v'nechem uvenotechem. And he said, break off the earrings of gold that are in the ears of your wives, your sons, and your daughters. V'haviu elai, and bring them to me. V'yitparku kol ha'am et nizmei hazahav asher ba'aznehem. And all of the people broke off the earrings of gold that are in their ears. Vayavihu el Aharon, and they brought them to Aaron. V'yikach mi'adam v'yatzar oto b'cheret, and he took it from their hands and he formed it in a cloth. V'ya'asehu egel masecha, and they made a molten calf. V'yomru ela Elohecha Yisrael asher he'alucha me'eretz Mitzrayim. And they said, these are your gods, Israel, who brought you from the land of Egypt. Vayat Aharon v'yaven mizbeach lifanav, and Aaron saw and he built an altar before it. Vayikra Aharon, and Aaron cried out, Vayomer Chag l'Adonai machar, there will be a holiday for God tomorrow. Whoa. So By their standards, Moses was late. They didn't have enough information. They went ahead and built this molten calf and worshiped it. And they worshiped it to the God of Israel. By the way, it's very interesting to me that it's plural. Make for us gods, and Yelchu, and they will go before us. So there's a lot of midrash. Was there one calf that was made, one golden calf, or more than one? I rarely ever take a political stand. I find that politics and religion don't mix. But a golden statue in the shape of a former president? Really? Is that what the sculptor said about his work? He said, it's not an idol. And the artist is a youth pastor, Tommy Zegan. He said, I know the biblical definition of an idol. This is not an idol. This is a sculpture. So is the golden calf. So this is what happens when people react without enough information. And what we can apply to the modern world. First and foremost, the children of Israel who believed that Moses was not coming back had forgotten all that God had done for them in the wilderness. They forgot their own recent history. My fear is that we, modern Jews, are forgetting our cultural history. Jewish delis are closing all over the country. The new generations don't know about Mickey Katz or the Barry sisters, or Boris Tomaszewski, Shalom Segunda. And if it weren't for Fiddler on the Roof, they probably wouldn't even know about Shalom Aleichem. This is why I wanted to celebrate Jewish culture tonight, that we remember our culture. We remember what God did for us. And the way it is reflected is in our music. Shabbat Shalom. At this time, we think of our friends and relatives, people in our community, who we feel could benefit from a healing prayer, whether for physical, spiritual, psychological, or emotional healing, whether at home or in hospice, wherever they are. So at this time, I will be silent to allow you to say the name or names of those people you feel could benefit from a healing prayer. And now, Debbie Friedman's Misha Berach.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Limotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lamotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
And now our Gabbai, Gene Silverman, will do a prayer for our country.
Sovereign of the universe, mercifully receive our prayer for our land and its government. Let your blessing pour out on this land and on all officials of this country who are occupied in good faith with the public needs. Instruct them from your Torah's laws. Enable them to understand your principles of justice so that peace and tranquility, happiness and freedom might never turn away from our land. Please waken your spirit in all inhabitants of our land and plant among the peoples of different nationalities and faiths who dwell here love, brotherhood, and peace. Amen.
If you're so inclined, please rise for the Aleinu on page 148, but you don't have to. You can stand in your heart.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated if you aren't seated already, and our treasurer, Jay Myers, will give some announcements.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jay Myers. I'm the treasurer of Havrat Shalom. I want to wish everybody Shabbat Shalom. I want to thank Stan for a wonderful service tonight. He talked about prayer through music, and reminded us, don't ever worship the golden calf, and that includes Bitcoin too. I also want to thank the participants tonight in song, Joan Wolf and her daughter Leah. It was wonderful. Their voices are great. I also want to remind everybody that Karen Dale will be holding our second night Passover service, and more information on that is forthcoming. And once again, I want to thank everyone for the Purim spiel we had last Saturday night. That includes Joan Wolf, her daughter Leah, and the choir that we had, the high choir. And then I also want to thank Stan the man, who was King Ahasuerus, for his wonderful performance. And then in 2 weeks, I want to remind everybody that we've got our Friday night service with Rabbi Peter and Cantor Karen coming up. So once again, Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Everybody stay safe. Vaccinations are on the way. The weather's turning. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
And now I will bless the congregation with the priestly blessing. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and protect you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God's countenance shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yisim lecha shalom. May God look towards love and compassion and the greatest gift of all, the gift of peace. We affirm by saying, Amen. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. The month of March marks the anniversaries of the Untitled of the following: Ted Barr, husband of Carol Barr; Stanley Berger, brother of Elaine Moses; Olivia Elkayam, wife of David Elkayam; Paul Fox, brother of Florence Lang; Charles Lemon, brother of Leonard Lemon; Ronald Oland, brother of Erwin Oland; Michael Parsad, husband of Minna Parsad; Louis Schulman, father of Bonnie Dutcher; Hugo Schuster, father of Ruth Goldman; Recha Schuster, mother of Ruth Goldman; Beth Shea, member; Gabriel Swart, father of Mimi Goldstein; Hyman Shapiro, husband of Irene Shapiro; Judith Whitman, wife of Harold Whitman; Matthew Zimmett, brother of Elihu Zimmett. Allow me to include my uncle Joe Shear and my grandmother, Rebecca Chernowski. We are in the year of mourning for Erwin Fabish, husband of Fran; Carl Berlinger, husband of Judy; Ed Isaacs, husband of Edith Isaacs; Florence Long, the beloved wife of Gerald Long; Irma Bierman, a beloved member; Irv Perlman, a beloved member; and Ina Land, mother-in-law of Dory Moses Land. If there's anyone I have not mentioned, you're still within the Shiva, the first 7 days, or the Shloshim, the first 30 days, or even the first year. Please take this time and mention those whose memories you carry in your heart. Zichronam levracha, may their memory be for a blessing. The Mourner's Kaddish, page 154. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalmad yivrach yerutei, v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayei uv'yomei uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, v'agala uv'yizman kariv v'yimaru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivarach le'olam ul'ol me'olmaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpo'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudisha b'rechu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran b'yalma v'yamaru amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yamaru amen. Osei shalom b'yamarumav Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimaru amen, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'yimaru amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all who are bereaved. And we affirm by saying, Amen. We will conclude with a song, a Jewish song from the Broadway stage, followed by the Kiddush and the Motzi. Joan?
The Sabbath Prayer from Fiddler. May the Lord protect and defend you. May he always shield you from shame. May you come to be in Israel a shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of praise. Strengthen them, O Lord, and keep them from the stranger's ways. May God bless you and grant you long life. May God make you with good in your lives. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord preserve you from pain. Favor them, O Lord, with happiness and peace. Oh, hear our Sabbath prayer. Amen. Amen.
And now we'll do the Kiddush and the Motzi. And for those who are watching this on Friday night, please hang in with us because we'll be back live. Joan, will you honor us with a Kiddush?
Ready, Stan? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit Ki hu yom tehila lemikrae kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim Kivanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Drink the wine. Amen.
My cat is here to join us for the motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. Good challah. Good appetite, everybody. Shabbat shalom. Joan, it was great always to work with you and to pray
Always.
with you and to work with Leah and to create a meaningful service of music of our tradition.
Thanks so much for letting both of us join in tonight. And we look forward to seeing you live if it's this Friday.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.